Good morning, all. Hope you are able to hear me.
Yes,
Good morning. Yes.
good morning.
Thank you. So we have last week we have started with different projects in SAP. What are the different projects will be there in SAP? For example, once we uh, get the job in SAP environment, so what kind of projects we may work? Clear? So here, for example, as I said that, as I mentioned earlier, I'll just quickly recap. So we have different projects. So we may work in these below projects. So first, implementation project, support or maintenance project, upgradation project, rollout project, and enhancement projects. So these are the different projects which we may work. So here, implementation project. Implementation project, already we discussed. Any company, any organization, earlier they were using any other software, and they want to migrate from non-SAP to SAP. Then that particular project, we call it as an implementation project. We call it as an implementation project. Okay, so we discussed what are the steps will be there in implementation project. Clear? There are total five different phases, five different steps will be there in implementation project. So that methodology, whatever steps, whatever project we are calling, so there are different phases. As I mentioned, phases are nothing but steps, right? These phases or these steps, we call it as an ASAP methodology. ASAP methodology is nothing but accelerated SAP methodology. Accelerated SAP methodology. So this is the traditional way. Now we have in SAP S4 HANA, we have a activate methodology. So when we start S4 HANA, I'll explain what is S4 activate methodology. But this is considered as a traditional methodology called ASAP methodology. Okay, accelerated SAP methodology. In this, five different phases will be there, five different steps will be there. See, again, I am reiterating, this is not only applicable for only SAP implementation, any other software implementation also, normally they follow these steps. It could be any software or any ERP. They follow these steps. One is project preparation phase, business blueprint phase, realization phase, final preparation phase, and go live phase. So these are the different phases. Already we discussed what do you mean by project preparation phase, business blueprint phase. Okay, and we are about to start realization phase and final preparation phase and go live phase. So just I'll give you a quick glance on what do you mean by project preparation phase. It's a very important phase. So here, whenever the end user, means whoever wants to implement SAP software in their organization, they will purchase the licenses, purchase the servers from SAP AG, from SAP company. Clear? They will purchase SAP licenses, SAP software, SAP server from SAP company called SAP AG. That is nothing but a product supplier. So, right? So here I have given life cycle. See, software provider, there is a party called software provider, and there is one more party called implementation partner, that is nothing but end user, and next one, development partner. Here what I did is SAP AG. Okay, Ready Labs is an end user. They were using different softwares. Okay, for all the department, they were using different softwares, but they want to use only one software where they can get all the reports in one particular software for different departments. So what Ready Labs has done is Ready Labs has purchased licenses and server from SAP AG, purchased from SAP AG. SAP AG is a software provider or a product provider. So SAP AG has supplied the servers, software, and everything to Ready Labs. So again, I am reiterating, whenever Ready Labs purchase the licenses, SAP will give the complete dump, means total product, total bunch to Ready Labs, means SAP provides total 36 modules. SAP is having 36 modules. 36 modules are nothing but 30. This particular software will support 36 different departments. Clear? Whenever Ready Labs purchase the software, they will give the complete dump, which which supports total 36 different departments. But Reddy Labs is not having 36 departments. Normally, any big company also, they may have 12, 15 departments. But SAP provides total 36 department software. So Reddy Labs don't require the 36 departments of software. They require only 10 departments. So for that, they can't do the configuration. They can't do configuration. What they will do is, so this particular software they want to use, in the sense, they will approach one software company like Infosys, Accenture, Wipro, Yes Technologies, Entity Data, or any other software company. They will approach and they will ask, this software need to be configured and customized according to their requirements. Clear? So this is called first phase, project preparation phase. This is called project preparation phase. Okay, so in this project preparation phase, there is there are different phases again. So only documentation will be there. No functional consultant will involve. So only project documentation will be prepared. What are the different documents will be prepared? In the sense, project agreement document, first document will be prepared. Okay, once what we call Ready Lab people approaches to software company. Clear? So we are nothing but software company here, nothing but we are the consultants. After completion of this particular course, or after completion of our FI module, where we want to see ourselves, which organization we want to see, we want to see ourselves. Okay, out of 3 organizations, we can get the jobs in development partner or software provider. Even SAP AG is also do the configuration and customization. But these are very expensive when compared to third-party software development companies. It's very huge expensive. So that's the reason most of the end user companies will, instead of going to SAP AG, they will purchase the product, they will purchase the licenses, they will purchase the server from SAP AG. But for implementation part, they will go for third parties. Why? Because almost all in half of the amount, the third parties will do the configuration, and SAP AG will charge a lot of amount. Okay, so that's the reason most of the end user companies will take the services from third party development partners. Clear? They are considered as an. So here, after completion of our course, again I'm reiterating, either we need to get job in this development partner side or software provider side. Out of this is not our cup of tea, because end user, it's not required to. If you want to work on end user side, then we don't require SAP knowledge at all, configuration or customization knowledge at all. Only if you know English, if you know how to handle the system, then that is enough. So our main focus would be after completion of course or before completion of course, our main motive is to get the jobs either in this development partner side or a consulting side or software provider side. Clear? So here, project agreement document. In this document, what the things will be discussed, in the sense, in project document means Reddy Labs has given the project to Infosys, for example. So once the project is given to Infosys, then the first document will be prepared. Okay, that is called project agreement document. In this document, they will mention what would be the cost of the project, what would be the total cost of the project. Okay, what would be the duration of the project. Okay, and timeliness of the payment from service receiver to service provider. So only that thing, the cost related things will be mentioned in project agreement document. So total duration would be 1.5 to 2 years, for example, to implement SAP in Reddy Labs or any end user company. So here they will mention what to implement SAP, what would be the total cost they are going to charge by the Infosys people, right? And how the Reddy Labs is going to pay. Like first starting, how much they have to pay. In the middle, they have to, how much they need to pay. And at the end, how much amount they need to pay. So timeliness of the payment will be discussed and written in project agreement document. And it will be written on authenticated document, legally authenticated document. We call it as a bond paper. So everything will be drafted in this agreement document. Clear? And the next, out of this, next they are going to discuss about project scope document. What do you mean by project scope document? As I said that SAP comes with whenever Ready Labs purchase the licenses, that will come with 36 different departments, 36 different modules like FI module, CO module, MM, SD, right? Like that PP, PI, PS, clear? All the modules it will come. So, but Ready Labs doesn't require all the 36 modules. They require hardly 5 or 10 modules, right? So here, whenever Infosys people, what they will do is, what is in scope means what are the modules are required, what are the modules are required to Ready Labs, that will comes under in scope. For example, 10 departments are required, 10 modules are required for Ready Labs, then that is considered as an in scope. And out of 36, Ready Labs required only 10 modules, and other 26 modules are considered as an out of scope. So it will mention in the document clearly what are the modules are required, what are the requirement of Ready Labs. All this will be written in this particular document. That document we call it as a project scope document. Project scope document. The next one more document will be prepared, project plan document. This is also very important. So this both the sites project managers will mention what would be the duration of the project, what would be the duration of the project, how much duration it's going to take, and when the project is going to start date and end date of the project. Start date would be accurately they will start, but end date would be tentatively they will mention 1 month here and there. Clear? So that will be mentioned in the project plan document. Project plan document. Next one, once all the 3 documents are ready, then project team. Project team in the sense, nothing but from development partner side, how many consultants are going to work. From FI module, how many consultant? From CO module, how many consultant? From MM module, how many consultant? Means from Infosys side, how many consultants are going to involve in this project? And same time, end user side, nothing but Ready Labs side, right? How many employees are coming into involved in this? Say for example, there are different departments are there, AP department, accounts receivable department, GL department, right? Or any other departments. So out of that, for example, in Ready Labs AP department, 20 people are working in AP department. Clear? Out of that, out of 20 people, hardly 2 people are experts. Complete, they know end to end business process expert. They are right in CO module. 2 people are there who are having a complete knowledge, end user knowledge, right? So like that, from each department, 2 to 3 people will involve from Ready Labs team, end users team. Clear? So and those people whoever involved from end user side, that team is known as a core team members. Core team members, end user side, whoever are going to involve, process experts, end user work experts, those people are known as, those employees are considered as a core team members. Say in AP department 20 are there, GL department 25 are there, AR department 15 people are there. So all people will not, all employees are not going to involve in this. Hardly from each department 2 to 3 people will involve, and whoever are going to involve from end user side, they are known as a CTMs, core team members. And whoever are going to involve from Infosys, they are nothing but consultants. So our job is from Infosys side. After completion of this course, we need to see ourselves as a consultant, not as a core team member. Okay. And that will be finalized, who are going to involve and how many people are going to involve. Normally, as I mentioned, for any implementation project, from both the sides, 20 to 100 people will involve. Total 20 to 100 people will involved. And normally the scope implementation project would be minimum 1 year and maximum 2 years or more than that also. So depend upon the project. Okay. Next one, after identifying the team, then next they will have a hardware and software facilities. So means this is implementing the software into Ready Labs, correct? So what are the different hardwares are required? Hardware in the sense, how many servers are required, how many laptops are required, how many desktops are required, what is the internet bandwidth is required, how many mobile phones are required, how many tabs are required, right? And what are the softwares, like how many, like MS Office, right? Any other Snagit, like that, those software tools are required. So everything will be mentioned in this particular document, hardware and software. And next one, other facilities. Other facilities are nothing but minute to minute facilities. For example, as I said earlier, also, the Ready Labs is in Hyderabad and Infosys is from Bangalore, right? So consultants from Infosys, 20 consultants are involved in this particular project. So all the way, all the 20 consultants need to travel from Bangalore to Hyderabad through airways. So who are going to bear that cost, right? And they are new to Hyderabad, for example. So they need a boarding, lodging, right? Other refreshments, lunch, dinner, right? Everything. Who are going to bear that? So all those minute topics, transportation and everything will be discussed, minute to minute things will be discussed in this particular documentation, and that will be written in other facilities. Once other facilities are done, then kickoff meeting will be conducted. Kickoff meeting is nothing but, so kick ready to start means everything is discussed, so ready to start. So one kickoff before starting, there is the both the sides, core team side and as well as a development side, one kickoff meeting will be conducted, and all the employees, all the directors, all level of employees will be involved from end user side. They will attend this meeting. So here they will announce that they are going to remove the existing non-SAP software and they are going to introduce new software called SAP in their organization, right? And when it's going to start and when it's going to end, clear, and what are the different trainings they are going to get from this new software. So everything will be mentioned in this particular kickoff meeting. Is this clear? Any questions here? Already we discussed, but again we are doing that for a refresh because we get a lot of cap. That's the reason. Any questions here? Yes, no?
No, Naveen.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, yeah. So one more document will be prepared. Just I'm giving a glance on this. Business, the most important document is business blueprint phase. Business blue, I'll share all the documents again. I'll share these documents. These documents I can't share it, but these documents I'll share you. What are the business blueprint, how business blueprint looks like, how we need to prepare a documentation, and all the stuff I'll provide. I'll give you the knowledge on this because as a consultant, once after getting a 7 or 8 years experience, then definitely we need to prepare the documentation. Clear? That is called BRD document, business requirement document. We call it as a BRD document. That is need that we need to take as a consultant. We need to go to the client place and we need to prepare that documentation. There is a structure. We can't do like as we want. No, there is a particular structure, and I'll explain that once we are done with the F5 module. Okay, so business blueprint phase. So in this, two documents will be prepared. One is as is document and to be document. As is document, we also call it as in CSBP. CSBP, that is nothing but current state of business process. Current state of business process. What do you mean by current state of business process? When we are using the software, when end user is using the existing software, Tally or Oracle, something they are using. Okay, how the business is working, how the transaction they are posting, what are the reports they are generating in non-SAP software. That the end core team members will written in a document step-wise, complete step. We normally call it as an SOPs, right? So whatever existing software they were using, the complete steps they will write, how they are using that document. We call it as an as-is document or CSBP document, current state of business process document. Okay, next one, to be document. After understanding, we need to understand how the business process is in Ready Labs, in each department. AP how they are working, AR how they are working, CO how they are working, right? GL how they are working, right? Credit management how they are working. So we need to understand everything, and each consultant from each FI consultant will do FI documentation. And this is nothing but to be document, means after introduction of SAP, after implementation of SAP, how the transactions will be recorded, what kind of reports we can generate, how it is superior than the existing software. So that needs to be mentioned in to be document. We call it as an FSBP document, future state of business process document. Future state of business process document. Clear? So here the main thing is, when it is as is document, when it is as is document, as I mentioned, as is document will be prepared by core team members. As is document will be prepared by core team members. Core team members are nothing but who are the end user side, end user side. So they have explained, they are doing in each department, they are doing, for example, 100 to 80 business steps, business process. Business process is nothing but end-to-end departmental activity. What do you mean by business process? End-to-end department activities, right? AP, for example, how it will start, invoice received, and after that invoice will be punched, right? And after that invoice will be paid according to due date. So this is called steps, sequence of activities, right? And in each department, there are total 80 business processes are there in existing software. Okay, so to be document will be prepared by functional consultant. We need to prepare this to be document. Okay, based on as is document, according to as is document, we need to prepare to be document. So in to be document, how many business processes we found? How many business processes we found?
80.
80. So out of that, we can able to map directly, means SAP already provided solution to 73 different modules, 73 business process. As it is, we can directly configure, directly we can map without any changes. We can directly map end user business process with SAP standard business process. So whatever mapping we are doing directly, then that is considered as a configuration. That is considered as a configuration. Out of 80, how many we are not able to map? 7 business processes we are not able to map. So that is considered as an gaps. That is considered as an gaps, means 7 business processes we are not able to map directly with customer whatever Ready Labs business process with SAP standard business process. So these are called 7 are called gaps. And again, I'm telling you, whatever may be the business process in SAP, whatever may be the business process, we can develop any sort of business process. That is the beauty of SAP when compared to other ERPs. Whatever critical process which is not there in SAP standard, we can develop in SAP. But as a functional consultant, it's not our job to develop. Okay, so 7, whatever we are not able to map, that 7 special requirements of customer, that is. Okay, then what we will do, we will take that requirements and we will give it to, there is a consulting team called technical team called ABAP consultant team. As I mentioned earlier also, ABAP is nothing but a programming language which is developed, SAP is developed in a programming language called ABAP language, Advanced Business Application Programming Language. It's a programming language. As a functional consultant, again, I am reiterating, we are not going to write a single line program. We are not going to write a single line program. If anything, what is our step? Just we need to understand the end user business process and SAP standard business process. So whatever SAP standard business process we can map to the customer requirement process, we need to map. So that mapping, we call it as an configuration, but which we can't map the business requirement of customer with SAP standard. That what we will do, we will take that requirement to ABAP consultant. Okay, these are nothing but technical consultant. So we will explain them. This is the requirement of customer, clear, and which we don't have in SAP standard process. So that need to be developed. So what ABAPer will do, ABAPer will write a coding, ABAPer will write a programming, and they will develop the screens according to the requirement of customer. So those 7 requirements, whatever customer special requirements are there, so that will be developed by ABAPer, right? ABAP team, and that will give to functional team. And after development, what functional team will do is functional team will map the developed configuration screens, developed customized screens to business end user business requirement process. So whatever ABAPer is developing, that we called customization. Configuration, two terms here, configuration and customization. Configuration will be performed by consultant. Our job is configuration, and customization will be done by what we call technical consultant, nothing but ABAP consultant, right? We will give them the requirements, they will develop according to their business requirement, and they will develop the screens, all the things. And once he will give, we will map to according to customer requirement, customer business process. So configuration, customization, again and again I'm reiterating. Definitely they may ask you how many configurations you have done and how many customized things you have involved. Again, at the time of mock interviews and interview questions, I'll share that, right? So how we will connect with ABAP consultant and all those stuff we will see. Next one. So there is one more document. Business blueprint is a final document which contains what are the things it will contain, what is as is document, what is to be document, and what is development. That is nothing but gaps. What is the development and what is the development has done? Once these documents are prepared, consultant will send it to CTMs after development. That will be sent after preparation of everything. Okay, after we need to prepare every documentation, what was there in as is document, and what is the configuration we have done, and what are the customization we have done. So we will prepare in one document, and we will send it to CTMs, means CTM, whoever departmental experts are there, we will send it to them. So they will check it, everything, they will okay, and they will come up. They will come up, if sometimes they will come up with their queries, or if everything is fine, what they will do is they will say that everything is fine. Everything is fine. Then what they will do is then once they confirm everything is fine, then as a consultant, we need to take a hard copy printouts of that business blueprint document. We need to take business blueprint document hard copy. Then first we need to do, there is a signing process. There is a, at the end, documentation signing process will be there. So again, this is one interview point of view question. So how many signing processes will be there? So there are total 5 different signing processes will be there. So first signature we will take from BPOs, business process owner. First signature we will take from business process owner, head of the organization, end user organization. The first signature we will take from business process owner. Once he will done that signature, we call it as a signature 1. Once the BPO signed, then the CTMs are supposed to sign. CTMs is nothing but the departmental heads, departmental experts will do the signature. That is called signature 2, second signature. Once CTMs are done, then the project manager from end user side, those people will do the signature. So that is called signature 3. Next one, fourth signature, project manager from development partner, nothing but our Infosys or whatever company we are working, that project manager will do one more signature, that is called signature 4. And last, at the end, all the consultant who are involved in the project, right? For example, right? Again and again, the complete course, I'll say that we are the consultants, right? After getting the job, we will consider as a consultant, not as an CTMs. So at the end, we need to sign, all the consultant who are involved from Infosys, that is nothing but development partner side, we need to sign. That is called signature 5. So these are the first one be done by BPO. Second signatures will be CTMs. Third will be project manager from end user side. Next one, project manager from development partner side. And fifth signature by consultants, all the consultants. So all the consultant will do the signature. Once this particular process is completed, then the signing process will be completed. So till here we discussed in our last sessions. So till here, anyone have a questions? So till here, only the documentation part will be there, only the documentation, nothing, no system will involve, no server will involve, nothing, technicality will not involve. till BP, the business process document will be prepared. Business blueprint document, whatever you call it. Any questions here?
So Naveen, I have one
Yes.
question.
Yes, please go ahead.
So for like core team members means the end user from service receiver, the employees will be there, right?
Correct.
The like maybe like we may call them as SME, subject matter expert.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe designation would be something different, but we call over there as an SMEs. But here, when they involve in the project, we call it as an CTMs.
Okay, and from service provider side, like the FI consultant will be there and he will analyze like what all steps can be customized and
Correct.
like that.
Correct.
So
So
that consultant he should have entire end-to-end knowledge.
exactly. So that's the reason. Yeah, that's the reason. What we are doing is, see, as a FI consultant, probably I am from BCom background or MBA background, but I forgot most of the basic functionalities, right? We need to have a complete end-to-end knowledge of business process, right? But I forgot. So that's the reason we are trying to cover that business process expertise in this particular course.
Okay.
Yeah. Clear? Is this clear? Any questions from any others before we proceed? Okay. So here, realization phase. Realization phase is nothing but this is the third phase in SAP methodology. So here, the actual work or the real work or a practical work will start in this phase. Clear? In any project, again, I'm reiterating, in any project, that could be implementation project or support project, enhancement project, or any other projects, we will have a minimum 3 servers from SAP. Minimum 3 servers we'll discuss. So realization phase. So here the practical part will start. After all the documentations are done, then this particular phase will come up. So here the actual technical work is going to start here. Okay. So here the actual work or the real work or a practical work will start in this phase. In this phase, there will be servers. In this project, there will be minimum 3 servers. Okay. 3 servers with 3 clients. 3 servers with 3 clients. I'll explain what do you mean by clients and all. So here, try to remember it would be looks like sometimes we might understand, we may not understand because it's a new technical things. So try to understand it. It's not mandatory that you need to remember, but try to understand. So here, what do you mean by a client? What do you mean by a client in SAP? Normally, in general, client means our customer. Correct? Customer is nothing but a client in general. But in SAP, the terminology would be different. Client in a server terminology, client is something different. A client is an organizational and a legal entity. A client is an organizational and legal entity in the SAP system. Clear? It is an independent unit in R3 system. It is an independent unit in R3 system. Means, for example, again, all the business data is protected at client level. Okay, so that why protected in the sense, for example, I am having one server, complete server, and in that particular server, I have a three different clients, right? So whatever client in first client one, client two, client three. So the client one data will be there stored in protected in client one server, and client two data will be protected in client two. So client one can't access the client two data. Client two data can't access the client three and client one data. So that will be protected. Okay. So what kind of data will be there at client level? So each client has its own data environment. Each client has its own data environment. Okay. What it means? Master data and transaction data. So what data it will be there in client level in the sense master data and transaction data. Okay. What does it mean? Assigned to user master records and chart of accounts. So we will discuss this user master record in later sessions. Okay, and specific customized format parameters. Okay, SAP systems are divided into different clients depending upon the business requirement. As I said that minimum how many servers it will be there in any project, minimum 3 servers, and how many clients we can have in each server, minimum 1 client. But again, it can be increased according to the business requirement of end user. Right, the client can be increases and server can also be increases according to the client requirement, but majority the servers can be 3 servers only. Again, I'm telling you, because it will give the huge database. Right, next one, the data can be accessed within the client only. It cannot be displayed or changed from another client. As I said that I'm in client 1, I'm having access in client 1. So whatever access I'm having in client 1, I can view the data and everything in client 1 only. I don't have access to client 2. Clear? Then I can't view any data or any changes I can't do in client 2. Right? Again, in SAP, client represented by 3-digit number. Client represented with 3-digit number. Probably whenever you log in into your SAP system, if somebody is working as an end user also, once you log in into an SAP server, then you will find 3-digit code, right? 3-digit number, and it will start with 000 to 999. What is the maximum number? Any client can start with a number called 000 and maximum 999. Okay, maximum number of clients can be created in SAP system is nothing but 000 to 999 in the sense. So total 1000 clients we can create in one server. How many clients we can create? 1000 clients we can create in one server. It can start with the 000 and ends with 999. So whenever you start your login SAP, okay, then it will show client 100, client 110, client 120, client 900, right? Like that. That is nothing but a client address, where in that there is a specific data will be stored in 100, 110, 120, 150, 160. So according to the business requirement, the number will be given. That is called client number. That is called client number. To access that, you need to have, to enter into that client, we need to have access. Then only it will be, we can enter into that particular client. I'll show you that. For example, see, this is SAP login part. So once we enter into SAP, for example, I'm going into SAP ECC. This is the launchpad. Again, we will discuss again, but I would like to show you this is here. See, client 800. It is nothing but client number 800. As I mentioned, it would be a 3-digit code, right? And it will start with 000 and ends with 999. So any server we can have 1000 client numbers. It could be 000 to 999. Clear? So this is called client number, right? Whatever data will be there, that will be there. The whatever data is having in client 800, to view that I need to get access, that is user ID and password. We need to give, then only if we have access, then only we can view the data or change any changes. If we want to do, we can do in this. If we don't have access, then we can't do it anything.
So
Clear?
sir, this means like if any company is purchasing a SAP software, SAP software, then they can give access to 1000 people, right?
No. See, this particular client environment, not 1000 people. See, 800 clients are there, right? What is the client number? This is
800.
800. So any number of employees we can give the access.
No,
Understood?
but maximum we can give is 999
No.
people, right?
Client
1000
number I
people,
am
right?
saying, not employee number. Client
Okay.
numbers from 000
So,
to 999. But access this user ID and password, for example, in your organization, whoever are working under client 800, 10,000 people are working. They want to use this client. So for 10,000, we can give. Each
so
user.
the ID password will be same for each one, right? ID password will be same.
No. In real time, user will be different. Password will be different.
Okay.
Clear? For
So what
example,
does 1000 mean then? What is 1000 then? What is
1000
clients
in the
then?
sense, see, client environment, for example, again, we will discuss it. 1000 in the sense, nothing but the client addresses. This is nothing but client address. So there will be some dedicated, for example, I am using for India. So I'll give, my company is there in India. Again, in India, I am having in different locations. Hyderabad, Mumbai, right? Delhi, I am having 3 different locations, right? So my employee is working in Andhra Pradesh, but he is working for Hyderabad company. My company is in India, headquarters is in India, but the branches, I can say that company codes are in same Hyderabad, Delhi, okay, and as well as Mumbai, for example, right? And the person who is working, he is in Andhra Pradesh, Vizag. Okay, so he want to work in Hyderabad company code, So that company code client number, for example, it is 800. Understood. So the person who is working from Vizag, he is having access to Hyderabad company code. For example, Hyderabad company code client access is 800. Environment is 800. Right? And one person is working from Singapore for Indian company. And he is working for Delhi company code. So probably the environment is different. So he is working on the client number is 810. Company code is different. So client number also I want to change. So 810. So 800 represent Hyderabad company code. 810 represents what we call Delhi company code. 820 represents Mumbai company code. So whatever data is there in 820, that will be related to Mumbai data. 800 data will be related to Hyderabad. And whatever 810 is there, that will be related to Delhi data. But employees, thousands of employees can have. And whenever employees are, we have recruited employees. So whoever wants to work in this particular SAP environment, each user, okay, each employee will have their own user ID. For example, here my user ID is Naveen. Okay, in SAP environment, it will start normally. They will give it surname with first name of your starting name or something like that. The combination, they will do it. So this is my user ID now, Naveen, right? And I can give my own password. Initial password would be something different. After that, we can change our passwords. So 1000 employees or 10,000 employees can access to this 800. Means whoever employees are working for Hyderabad company code can access. And whoever are recruited for Delhi company code. So they won't have 800 access. They will have a 810, client 810. Means the data, whatever data is related to Delhi company code, that will be stored under 810. And again, over there, 5,000 employees are required. So 5,000 people are required and they will be assigned, they will give access to 810 client. And 820 client, Mumbai, 2,000 people are recruited for that. So their user IDs, 2,000 people can access this. So client numbers are something different. User IDs are something different. User IDs are nothing but employees. Client IDs are nothing but the company database, company data. Clear? So that how many clients we can have? Total 000 to 999. So 1,000 client numbers you can have according to your business requirement. Is that clear? Again, I am reiterating, if you don't have a clarity, next I'll explain how the clients will be divided. Then probably you will get an idea of client. Is that clear? Any questions?
No, it's clear now.
Yeah.
It's clear.
Yeah. Same thing. So here, what kind of data it will be there? A client is an autonomous unit in R3. We know that what is R3 now, right? Again, if people who are not attended the earlier sessions, so I'll explain, just go through those recordings. You will understand what is R3. If not, definitely I'll take one or two sessions for R3 environment and all those stuff. So here, client. So what are the data it will be stored? User master data. Means, for example, whoever employees are there, their master records. For example, I'm an employee of from end user side. I'm an employee of end user side. So my role is associate role, right? So my total data means what is my designation, what kind of activities I'm going to do, right? So all that, like that, 100 people are working as an associates. So their complete user master data will be updated here. Same thing, assistant manager, what are their designation, what are the activities they are going to do. So all the data will be mentioned. What is the authorizations they can do it, right? Manager, what is their authorizations, what is their user IDs, everything will be mentioned in user master at client level. That will be mentioned. And who will take care of this? This will be take care of one more consulting team, that is called a technical team, basis consultant team, who will create your passwords, who will create your user IDs. In the sense, there is a team, separate team called technical team called basis consulting team, basis team. Clear? So they will take care of this. Next one, user master data. And after that, customizing. See, as I said that out of 90 business processes, out of 80 business processes, how many business processes we are able to map directly? 73 business processes, correct? And how many we are not able to map? 7. That what we did, we have given to ABAP team and we requested them to develop, right, according to the client requirement. Then that is considered as a customization data, means which is not there in SAP standard. So that data will be stored, client dependent data. So that will be stored. And next one, application data. Application data is nothing but, what is the application data? Your master data and as well as a transaction data. What is the master data here? What is the difference between a master data and a transaction data? Master data means the data which is not frequently going to change. The data which is not going to change frequently, that data we call it as a master data. And the data which is going to change, then that is considered as a transactional data. For example, master data, your name, is it a master data or a transactional data? Your name, is it a master data or a transactional data?
Master
Master data.
Because it's not going to change,
Master data.
correct? Same thing, your office, your organization. Even though, see, normally we won't change it once in every month, correct? We won't change our organization.
Yes, master.
It's a master data only. Same time,
Yeah.
your what we call it, your house address.
It can be changed.
So, but not frequently.
Yeah.
Correct? So that is called master data. So here in SAP environment, what is the master data is nothing but your vendor master data, from whom you will purchase the goods or services. So probably that master data, it's not going to change frequently. Their address, their bank details and all those stuff, right? That is called master data. Customer master data, vendor master data, tax master data, clear, bank master data, right? So those master data which are not going to change frequently. Even if we don't change our bank account very frequently, very often, correct? So bank master data, that's the reason we call it as a bank master data, customer master data, GL master data, right? But what are the other thing? For example, purchased goods for cash 10,000. Today we have done 10,000. So tomorrow also we will do the same. So tomorrow probably we may purchase for 5,000. We may buy 5,000 worth goods or services. Very next day we may purchase 8,000. So we may not, it's not static, it is a dynamic. The thing which will be frequently changed, then that is considered as a transactional data. The entries, whatever entries we are going to post, clear, that is considered as a transactional data. So whatever may be the data, all will be stored. Again, remember what kind of data we are going to store in client: user master data, customizing data, and application data. Application data consists of your transaction data and as well as master data. So remember what is transactional data and master data. Master data frequently will not change. The data which can be changed frequently, that is called master data. And transactional data which frequently changes, then that is considered as a transaction data. So all this data will be stored under client. So total in SAP, how many clients we can have?
1000.
1000.
Yeah.
3.
So it starts with 0002 to 999. So again, okay, as I mentioned that we can use any 000 to 999. So how they are going to pull in interview, how they are going to pull our legs. See, for example, I worked as an end user. And I have mentioned in my resume stating that, for example, I'm having end user experience of 7 years or 8 years. So what I did, I have changed. I kept 2 years as an end user experience only. 2 years as it is end user. And third year, I have mentioned it as a consulting experience. First project I have done under customer support. Next 1 year, I have done implementation project. But even though we don't have a knowledge, we have a knowledge, but we don't know how real time it will work. Okay. So how the interviewer will check? Means first check they will done at client level. Means whether you really worked on a client, real projects you have worked, or any dummy projects you have worked. So how they are going to check in the sense, the client numbers, it's very important. That's the reason we are covering this particular terminology, because we are not supposed to, we know we are having complete end-to-end knowledge on FI and CO. But if we don't have a knowledge on client numbers and all, then definitely we will caught in the first instance itself. They will make out this person is not having a genuine experience and they are having a fake experience, even though they are having a knowledge. Clear? So here, what is the reserved? In the sense, in physical, remember these numbers. You have to mandatory remember. In physical SAP system, there can be multiple clients. As I said that, there can be multiple clients with standard installation. SAP delivers means when we purchase SAP, when we in the sense, end user purchases SAP from SAP AG, then standard SAP will delivers with 3 different client numbers, 3 servers, okay, with 3 different clients. What are the client numbers? 000, 001, and 066 clients. Understood? Standard SAP provided what are the client numbers? 000, 001, and 066. So whenever you are attending an interview, if they ask you under which client environment you have worked, means they are not asking which client. That may you can't say that my client was Apple or my client was so and so, right? No, they are asking which client environment, means which number, client number they are specifically asked. They will ask why? To check whether we have a real-time experience or a fake experience or dummy experience. So never ever mention that we worked under a client called 000 and 001 and 066. Never use these 3 clients. And one more client also we are not supposed to use. I'll tell you that. So 000 client, SAP standard provided client, and 001 SAP standard provided client, and 066 it's a SAP standard provided client. So here already the SAP data will be there. Standard SAP data will be there, not our data, not end user data. SAP standard data will be there. So don't use these client numbers. If they ask you which client environment you have worked, so never use 000, 001, 066. Clear? So what kind of data will be there in 000? So client 000 is a reference client. Okay, it's nothing but a guide, a kind of guide. Client 000 is a reference client, and it should not be deleted or changed at any time, any point of time. Okay, from the system, we can't edit, we can't delete whatever data is there in client 000. Clear? Understood this? So what does it mean actually? What does it mean? Whatever data will be there, it works as a guide kind of thing. It will give you the instructions. It will give you the instructions, means how to create a company, how to create a company code. So total steps it will give under client 000. It is a kind of guide, end to end. will be end-to-end configuration will be provided by SAP standard in 000 client. Clear? So here in practice environment, we can't view, but once you pitch into real-time environment, so you will find whatever server client is purchased newly, then you can find that 000 client environment, right? Instructions will be created, instructions will be provided, and guide will be provided how to configure end to end. So if I'm a new consultant, right, then I can go through those steps. I can go through steps, go through that steps, and I can, okay. So that will be there in 000. We can prepare ourselves in 000 client environment. So that's the reason never use the client environment 000 I have worked. 000 is only for reference purpose. That is a guide or whatever you call. Clear, everyone? Next one more client. The customer uses client 001 as a sample client. I'll tell you what is the difference between 000 and 001. So after installation, both clients are identical. So after installation, okay, so 000 and 001 looks like the same. Same data will be there. But in 000, we can't edit, we can't delete anything. But in 001, we can edit, we can delete, we can practice, right? You can refer 00 client, and whatever things you have understood, that you can practice in 001 client. You can practice. Understood? So that's the reason has additional customization data, right? So in 001, apart from 00 data, and we will have additional customization data. So we can practice here. Right? So never ever say these two client numbers, 000 client and 001 client. 000 client is for reference, and 001 client as a sample client. This is a reference client and it is a sample client, right? For practice purpose. And next one, we have one more client called 066. So this is called early watch service. Early watch service. Okay. Or remotely access. What do you mean by remotely access? For example, I'm a consultant. I'm started working on some customer requirement. I'm doing the configuration. But my project owner, my product owner is in Texas, US. I'm working in Hyderabad. My project owner is in US. Okay. And that owner will have this particular access for the client 066. Means from there, he can watch everything, what is the steps I am doing, everything he can watch from this particular access. That is called 066. This particular access will not given to all the consultants. That will be there only project owners or project leads. So by sitting anywhere, they can view what are the changes we are doing, consulting team is doing. Is this clear, everyone? So these three environment, 000, 001 and 066, never ever use in interview. One more client we are not supposed to use, that is client 800. Client 800. SAP provided client 800 environment for education purpose, training purpose. Okay, it's not a real-time environment, whatever server I am showing, whatever screen I am showing. So that is only for educational purpose, right? No real-time effect will be there. In real time, you will have 3 servers separately: development server, quality server, and production server. Separately we will have. But in client environment, we don't have 3 different servers. We need to consider in this only development server, we will do activities, we will do quality server activities, and we will do production server activities. So never use the term called I have worked under client 800. SAP reserved 800 client for training purposes. Never ever use the term called 800. So don't use 000 client number, 001 client number, 066 client number, and 800, or don't use at all 8 series number in your real-time interview. And apart from these 4, you can use any number. You can say any number. Any number you can use it. I have worked under 020 client environment, right? 030, 0100, 110 client, 200 client, 300 client. Except these four clients, you can use any number. Because normally in training, and what we will do in coming 6 to 9 months, what we will do, we will practice under client 800. So normally when they ask with the nervous or confusion, we'll say that we worked under client 800. So definitely people are like stating that, okay, you don't have a genuine experience. You worked under a training environment, not under real-time environment. Is this clear?
Yeah.
Any questions? So what we'll do, we'll stop here itself. Tomorrow we will see this landscape and architecture, and in depth we are going to see what is exactly the client process and all this particular, as I said, that what is client, how it's going to work, what kind of data will be there, and all those stuff. So in these 3 days, we will cover this particular client and process environment, and what we call Thursday onwards, we will start up the practical part.
Naveen, this is Shekhar. I have a question.
Please, Shekhar.
Yeah, these client codes are predefined across the globe.
See, that's what I'm saying. See, predefined in the sense it would be 000 to 999, but
No,
according
I'm
to
talking about the codes which you have said not to, say.
these three, whatever I'm saying.
Yes.
Yeah, that is across the globe. It's a standard, SAP standard.
Okay.
Anywhere across any country you're attending interview, these 4 client numbers we are not supposed to use.
Okay.
What
Yeah,
will be the across the globe, wherever SAP is there, over there, these 3 codes are reserved by SAP, and 800 client SAP has given for training purposes, education purpose. Clear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Any other questions from anyone? Is that fine, everyone? Can we?
Yeah,
call
no
it
questions
today?
from my side, Naveen.
Yeah. Thank you all. See you tomorrow. I'll share the recording. Fine. If at
Thank
all
you, sir.
client concept, again, I'm telling you, it would be a little confused. Don't worry about it. Okay. As soon as we complete tomorrow and day after tomorrow session, then definitely you will understand what is a client concept, right? Definitely we will understand, and I'll share the document once I am complete this thing. All the
Theory
process,
Theory part.
theory part. Sit till here. Once I'm completed with the enhancement project, then I'll share the document. So give the time at 15 to 20 minutes time. So just go through once the complete theory part, literature 1. Is that fine?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.